The Premier League have pleaded with leading managers and players to stop publicly criticising VAR ahead of Friday's big kickoff. Ahead of the new top-flight season, it can be revealed that referees chief Howard Webb has presented a 6-point plan to improve the controversial technology that has proved so divisive since its introduction in 2019. The concept has been subjected to brutal criticism in its 5-year Premier League existence, but there is hope the changes will help iron out the issues. And Premier League chiefs, during its annual summer visits to all 20 clubs, have warned this country's leading football figures that the constant slamming of VAR is having a detrimental impact. There is an acceptance at the Premier League that it is entirely managers' and players' prerogative to disagree with the subjective nature of decisions when they don't go their way, while there is also an acknowledgement that officials deserve criticism if they make errors. But having spent time over the summer in emphasizing the processes of VAR to clubs to ensure they have a better grasp on its processes, top-flight officials have actively spelt out to staff and players that public condemnation of the technology is damaging to the sport. The Premier League are understood to have also spoken to broadcasters to convey a similar message ahead of their programming. It, of course, remains to be seen whether English football's most high-profile figures can restrain themselves when calls don't go their way. However, Webb hopes a new 6-point plan to fix VAR will make the process smoother heading into the 2024-25 campaign. The 6 points include improving the clarity of threshold for VAR interventions, reducing delays to the game, enhancing supporter experience, bolstering VAR training, ensuring better transparency and communication of decisions, and an ongoing education plan. There will be a particular focus this season on what the Premier League have branded the referee's call, which will see an emphasis on trusting on-field decisions unless evidence is readily available that a call constitutes a clear and obvious error. With that in mind, when a referee is told to go to their monitor on a VAR call, they will always be shown footage at full speed. The only time they will be shown a slowed-down video is when the point of contact needs to be established. Meanwhile, Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters refused to comment on whether he would view his current position as untenable if Manchester City win their hearing against the 115 alleged charges of financial wrongdoing. A decision from the hearing, due to start next month, is not expected to be known until spring 2025. Speaking this week, Masters said it was time to resolve the charges that were brought by the Premier League against the current champions. And in a wide-ranging interview with national press on Wednesday, Masters would not be drawn on whether he would be compelled to leave his post if City were successful in overturning the charges. "You're asking me to speculate on the outcome. I'm not going to do it. The second part of the question infers that I've got an answer to the first," said Masters. Asked about the Premier League's relationship with City ahead of the hearing and whether he has thought about the ramifications on what could be one of the most seismic decisions in the history of English football, Masters added, "We actually have a pretty good working operating relationship. Of course we contemplate at its conclusion what might happen, and we think about that a lot, but that's about as far as I'm prepared to go." The ongoing City controversy is one of just a number of off-field issues that may overshadow the football this season. Chelsea are under investigation for breaking financial rules. Leicester have an ongoing profit and sustainability issues, while Everton's money problems rumble on. Well, We always want the football to do the talking, and obviously we don't want to normalize asterisk on the league table or long-running regulatory disputes. We want this to be temporary, not permanent. We have to lean into these challenges and resolve them and get to the end of the season and have a clearer picture.